Hello, ChatGPT.
Hey, how's it going?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode. I am Mohid from page 25, and today we are going to discuss an important and inspiring topic. This topic is learning from failure, turning setback into opportunities. Failure is not end of our journey. Sometimes failure teach us lesson. This is that success cannot today. We will explore how we can learn from our mistakes, stay motivated, and turn challenges into opportunities for growth.
Love that framing. Thanks for setting the stage, Mohit. So tell me, when you think about failure in your own life, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Okay. My question is, what does failure really mean to you?
Great question. So, to me, failure isn't a final verdict on who you are. It's more like a snapshot in time. It's just an attempt that didn't land the way you wanted. But baked inside are clues about what didn't work and what might work better next time. So it's less about defeat and more about feedback, if we choose to treat it that way. Does that line up with how you see it?
Okay. Next question is, why are people often afraid of failure?
Because failure can feel like it's saying something about you, not just something you did. People worry about judgment, consequences, or losing opportunities. But a lot of that fear comes from equating one result with your whole worth. And that's not really fair, is it?
Okay. Can failure actually help us become more successful? How?
Absolutely. If you treat it like information instead of proof, you're not good enough. You can ask, what exactly broke down here? What skill needs work? What assumptions were wrong? That kind of curiosity turns failure into a very practical teacher. Over time, those lessons stack up. And that's where growth comes from, not from avoiding mistakes altogether.
Okay. What is the most
Mhm.
important lesson we can learn from our mistakes?
Probably that mistakes are data, not verdicts. They show where the process needs adjusting. Once you get that, you stop fearing failure so much and start mining it for insight instead.
Okay. How can we stay motivated after experience failure?
Start by zooming in on the next small step, not the whole mountain. Give yourself credit for learning, even if the result wasn't perfect, and keep some supportive people in the loop. Don't white knuckle it alone. Motivation usually rekindles when progress feels visible, even tiny, and when you're not pretending the stumble didn't hurt.
Okay. Can you give an example of someone who
Sure.
turned failure into success?
One classic example is J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter was published, she faced multiple rejections. Plenty of people would have quit, but she kept refining the story. When it finally landed, it resonated because she didn't treat rejection as a life sentence. It was data, not destiny.
Okay. How can failure improve our confidence and decision making?
When you face failure, reflect, tweak your approach, and try again. You prove to yourself that you're capable of adjusting. That builds quiet confidence. And over time, those small corrections make your decisions stronger because they're based on actual experience, not guesswork. Funny enough, it's the detours that often teach judgment better than smooth sailing ever would.
Okay. What should we do when we fail at something again and again?
First, take a moment to pause. Let's notice what stung. Then, instead of asking, why do I always fail? Shift to something more useful, like, what's one tweak I can make for next time? Small steps, honestly, beat grand reinventions almost every time. And if it keeps feeling stuck, it can help to get a coach, a mentor, or a frank chat with someone who's been there. Keep it practical, keep it humane, and iterate. That's usually the shortest path through repeated failure.
Okay. How can we change our mindset from I failed to I learned something?
Start by literally changing the words you use. After any setback, write one sentence that begins with, I learned, even if it's small. Do that consistently, and your brain starts scanning for takeaways instead of verdicts. And when you catch yourself saying, I'm a failure, pause, swap in, I tried something that didn't work. It's not magic, but that language shift nudges the mind towards growth instead of judgment.
Okay. What is the difference between giving up and learning from failure?
Giving up means deciding there's nothing left to try. Learning from failure means taking a breath, noticing what the failure is actually showing you, and choosing a small, doable adjustment. One path shrinks your world, the other slowly widens it. Same event, different relationship to it.
Okay. How can teacher, parents, and friends help someone deal with failure?
Listen first. Don't rush to fix. Ask what part feels heaviest. Then help name what was learned. Share a similar misstep of your own if it fits. It signals you're not alone. And gently remind them to zoom in on the next doable step, not the whole mountain. Support is often about patience and presence, not perfect advice. Sometimes just staying in the room with them calmly is enough.
Okay. Thank you so much for this wonderful discussion today. We learned that failure is not the opposite of success. It can be an important part of our journey. towards success. Every setback can teach us something, make us stronger, and help us improve. So instead of being afraid of failure, we should learn from it, keep moving forward, and turn every setback into a new opportunity. Thank you for everyone for watching and listening. Keep learning, keep growing, and never give up.
That's a strong finish. I like that. Keep the curiosity alive and let